Do you hate English spelling? If you do, you're really going to hate this spelling test coming up. Welcome, this is a spelling test of 20 of the most commonly misspelled words in academic task 1 of IELTS. But if you're not an IELTS student, you're still welcome. Let's start. Number 1, desend. Is it SC or is it just S? What do you think? It's SC, descend, meaning to go or come down. What about this one? Percentage. Another very useful and common word in task 1. But do you spell it correctly? It's percentage. What about this one? Completely. How many E's does it have? It has 2 E's. Completely. What about this? Generally. 2 L's or 1 L? This is a very commonly misspelt word, even for native speakers. It has 2 L's, generally. Beginning. 2 N's or 1 N? Sorry. 3 N's or 2 N's? It has 3 N's, beginning, the double N in the middle. Don't forget that double N. Number 6. I'm not going to say the word. What would you put in this sample sentence? Shows the figures falling to 2.3% and 9.7%, respectively. So this is a very useful word for academic task 1. Just make sure you're spelling it correctly. Number 7. The highest point can be seen in 2016 when it reaches 74%. Highest is spelt H-I-G-H-E-S-T. Number 8. Separately. With an E or with an A. Again, this is a very commonly misspelt word. Lots of people spell it with an E, but you need to spell it with an A. Separately. Okay. Number 9. Comparatively. Which one would you choose? It's the first one. Comparatively. Remember, if I'm going too quickly, then feel free to pause this video and take a bit more time to decide which is the correct option. But I'm going to continue. Number 10. Procedure with double E or just a single E in the middle. Single E. Procedure. Number 11. The past simple of rise. Is it rose with an S or with a Z? It's with an S. So it's not with a Z. This is a very common mistake that IELTS students make in task 1. Number 12. Column. So it sounds like the second one, but actually there's a silent N at the end. Column. Number 13, entirely. Which one would you choose? The correct option is the second, entirely. Number 14, extremely. Okay, it's the first option, so there's an extra E between the M and the L, extremely. Number 15, tendancy. Tendency. Which one would you choose? It's the second option, tendency. Okay, number 16. How even do you pronounce this word? So you pronounce it albeit. It's like 3 words in one. Albeit. And it's a very useful word for task 1. It means a bit like, it means although. And we use it as a conjunction. It's a very useful word to put in your task 1 answers. But just make sure it's spelt like this. Albeit with 1 L. Number 17. Exceed. Exceed. So it sounds a bit like EGS, exceed. But actually it's EXC, exceed. So the answer, exceed. Number 18, noticeable. Do you put an E in the middle? If you do, you're correct. Noticeable. Number 19, gauge. Gauge. So it sounds like the first, but actually it's spelled like the second. G-A-U-G-E. And finally, finally. How do you spell finally? Do you spell it with one L or two L's? It's with two L's. Finally. Okay, here's a little challenge for you. Do the spelling test again, but this time don't choose between the options. Just write down what you think the spelling is. And then at the end you can have a look at this and see if you're correct. This would be a much more difficult challenge. Anyway, let me know how you did in this spelling test in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye then.